All right, welcome folks to the Lean Canvas. Here we evaluate whether an idea is worth actually building on. And today we are kind of doing an interesting meta evaluation in that we're evaluating basically the project as a whole, right?
Yeah. Although I guess more
Yeah.
I guess overall.
We're more evaluating like open sourcing basically our projects and like if this iteration of it is the right problem to solve. Kind
Yeah.
of strange. I'm still wrapping my head around it. It's strangely meta. So the problem that this like YouTube series basically attempts to solve is picking the wrong startup idea is catastrophic. So I'm gonna put that in there, and we'll start rating these. I gotta make this 50 point, Neil? What do you think?
Yep.
50 pointer. So what are the existing alternatives to solve this problem, Neil?
Gut instinct.
Ooh, that's actually I think that's quite accurate. I had never put that together, but yeah. Okay, gut instinct. What else?
And asking your friends.
Yeah. I think pitch competitions are kind of like this, like a filter.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, yeah.
that's my problem. I think we're focused more on, getting them young.
Like getting an idea really young.
Yeah. And killing it then.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we could just say existing alternative is capitalism because a bad idea will fail.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think that's,
Like the
yeah. I think what we're looking for is, hey, I've got an idea. Is it good? And, you're like, no, I don't think, I need a Shark Tank idea right now, Jimmy. Give me one. I don't think a cheesecake bicycle is going to be successful.
I propose doggy lawnmower, dog powered lawnmower.
Perfect. Yeah, that's not going to work. Or I go to my buddy and say, hey, I'm thinking about, doing this. Those are sort of your two filters.
Yeah, you have your gut and your friends. And I think the problem with really both is they push you further down the path. Like that's what I think the problem with pitch competitions is. Like I think we got into this situation with DeepSight a little bit where it was like everyone thinks this is a great idea. We just won, $750 for this. Like we should keep working on it.
Yeah.
Is that how much we'd won? That's not how much.
No, we at M West we won 2,000.
Oh, 2,000. We just won $2,000. We must be onto something. And it's like these people don't know what they're talking about. Like they're just blowing smoke. Like they, yeah.
Yeah, and there's several things wrong, right? Where it's everything is just rolled into one. You're not assessing on independent components.
Yep.
Yeah, and
and nor are you assessing the problem you're solving. All that gets evaluated is the solution. And even then you're not encouraged, like you're encouraged to pivot, but not like radically enough to make a difference, a lot of times. So anyhow, I need to get off that high horse. Solution. Consulting.
Yes.
Yeah. Consulting with us. We are the solution. Do we talk about unique value proposition or is that?
Yep.
Is that it?
Yep. We do that now.
Grab the Lean Canvas business stream. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Thanks. What is our unique value proposition? Like,
Um,
it's a process, right?
we work to eliminate noise through a repeatable process.
Yeah. And it's recursive. Well, I guess that's repeatable. That's the same thing.
Well, no, that's repeatable, like recursive. Our process should learn,
Yeah.
which is not, the same as a repeatable process. But I'm not sure that's, really the unique value proposition.
Yeah. So, like, what's an analogy here that makes sense? You're good at coming up with these.
Well, I mean, in noise, a great example is the baby assessment. I forget what that's called.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when a baby's born, they've got a checklist with 7 things and they have to rate everything 0 to 2. And then that gives a much better assessment of how the baby is doing.
Yeah. So we want like basically a quick check to determine the health of a startup idea.
Yep.
Yeah. Just the same way like nurses need a quick repeatable check to verify the health of a baby.
Yep.
Yeah. That's not the coolest high level concept, but I think it's a very accurate one.
Yep.
All right. Do you want to rate on that?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got my rating. Yeah.
2.
I think it is a pretty clear. I think this is helpful because we kind of are the audience, like our younger selves are the audience we'd want to hit. Like
Yeah.
what I would not give to go back in time and pull young Jimmy and Neil aside and say,
Yeah.
"Here's what you need to do." Because we had so much time back then,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, misspent youth. Unfair advantage.
What are the levers changing?
That's a great question.
Noise just came out.
Yeah, noise came out. Oh, is that really like why? I think the unfair advantage is we start earlier.
Yeah. We're
pre-product, like
but what are there levers changing that
this is a good
make us, I think, in general, never mind.
well, maybe like Obsidian. Like there's all these connected thought tools that allow you to like hold a bank of ideas pretty easily.
Yes. I'm not sure how strong our unfair advantage is.
Yeah, I mean, why aren't other people doing this?
Why aren't
Are other people doing this? Like that's where I start to think about unfair advantage. I think go
I
ahead.
think it's like Moneyball,
We have
right? Where people are just so invested in, their personal judgment. Right. In Moneyball, it's like you trust the scouts because the scouts know what to look for. In business, it's, you trust the judges and the VC and the angels.
process over intuition.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think that's Daniel Kahneman talks about a simple mechanical model will beat a human every time just because it's consistent.
Yep.
I think that's our advantage. Yeah. And I don't think many people are willing to do that. I think kind of a hidden unfair advantage is we've already failed once.
Yeah.
But that's team related. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Which we don't want. We want changing levers. Okay. What do you think are unfair advantages? Scale 0 to 2.
This is hard because I'm biased.
I know. What do you think?
I want to give it a half, but I can't give it a half.
Okay.
Here, let me flip a coin.
Could give it a half. That probably opens up a Pandora's box.
Yeah. No.
Yep. Go ahead and flip a coin. Neil has used coin flips quite extensively, and he got me into it. And so, like,
Give it a 1.
Give it a 1. I'm gonna give it a 1 too. We've made pretty big decisions off coin flips.
Yeah.
I decided we're going to study abroad. What else have I done? I don't remember. That's off topic. I'm very distracted today. Customer segments and channels. What customer segments are we hitting? I think we've talked about this.
Companies, accelerators, and individuals.
Where did you get that from?
It's in our idea.
Oh.
Yes. So I guess as Jimmy is typing that in, we think like when we say companies, we mean big companies, and sort of a focus on entrepreneurship. Accelerators, we're thinking about, accelerators. I think accelerators is a bit weak because they should be, most startups in accelerators should be beyond the ideation stage. And then individuals, we're thinking like a workshop where, you set up on a Saturday and then people come to learn more about ideation.
Yeah, I think like entrepreneurial. I think we have founders who are like doing this work, and then we have like entrepreneurially minded, like they haven't started a company but they're interested.
Yep.
I think that might be our best target. I think they're probably the most willing. Right?
Yeah, I think, your early adopters are either entrepreneurial minded, in which case it's going to be easier to get the first customer, or your other option is big companies, where it's harder to get that first sale, but once you get that sale, it's, a big paycheck and you can have a lot of impact on one sale.
Panels. I think we're doing this. We're doing YouTube. We're doing Medium.
Yeah, it's sort of build up credibility and refine process, and we're doing that through YouTube and Medium. And then beyond that, we're going to need to do like direct sales.
I think via LinkedIn.
Yep.
Sell me some stuff on LinkedIn.
Yep.
All right. What do you think about this? What is your rating for these two categories? I know mine.
I give it a 1.
I would agree. Cost structure. I think our cost is time right now, right? Time, web hosting, like.
Yeah, advertising.
I don't feel like we need to advertise this. I don't think we should.
Yeah, I mean, like promoted posts on LinkedIn if we wanted to.
I don't think we need to.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, maybe. I think like, yeah, maybe down the road. Maybe down the road. Yeah, there's some advertising costs. I was just thinking like, I feel like it'll take a while to use up my network or your network.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I have over 1,000 connections on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Every post is over like between 500 and 1,000 people, and that'll probably be plenty for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Probably naive there. Revenue streams like workshops, right? And then one-on-one consulting.
Yeah. And then any revenue from byproducts.
Yeah. So YouTube, which will be a while. and all the rest. Okay. What do you rate this? Well, I should say, I know my rating. What do you know yours?
I give it a 1.
I would agree. That makes this a 5, which is passing. Surprise, surprise.
I'm
That was
surprised
actually
how
more,
low it is.
I know. I thought it would be out of the park. I think doing online ideation courses is a better bet.
Yep. Yeah.
I
So
think like it. I think this would be a 2 on an online ideation course.
yep.
And this would still be 1-1.
Yep.
A SaaS that manages ideas. I actually don't know that one is that. I think it would be a similar, except
Yeah.
just basically have companies.
So to me, yeah, we don't have good levers. I don't think that's the end of the world. I think team plays a big deal in this one. And then customer segments, I feel like a 1 is a bit harsh on it. I feel like it's a pretty sound, but not like out of the park. So, 1 to 2, I think is fair. And then for this one, revenue stream, because it relies a lot on us in a winner take all type of arena, even though there's not much cost, hard to justify it being a 2.
Out of the park. Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting though. I think this was actually super worthwhile to do. I learned a
Yeah.
lot, I think, just in doing this. So I'm
Yeah.
glad we took the time to run basically like the idea we're actively working on. Through it for real.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a lot closer than I thought. I thought it would be, I guess the maximum is an 8. I thought it'd be closer to that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, this either means that like the bar is too high and we should let more, just thinking about going forward, like, is a 4 actually a really good idea? Is an 8 just completely unrealistic? Like,
Yeah.
I think about like AP language when I took that in high school, like the ratings were like 1 through 9, and a 9, you just didn't even think about getting a 9. Like
Mm-hmm.
8 was like, oh my God, I killed it. And a 7 was like, good job. And I wonder if it'll end up being similar.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, certain things, unfair advantage is going to be a really hard box to tick.
Yeah.
And then certain idea classes are just going to, not have good revenue streams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or cost structures.
Yeah.
And then customer segments. I think customer segments is a challenging one to evaluate because it's kind of dependent on how smart we are,
Yeah.
Like how well do we actually know the customer?
Yeah.
There could be a great one that we just don't know about. But
Yeah. Yep.
all right. Thank you for joining us, folks. It has been great to have you, and we hope you'll join us again next time. Like and subscribe. I have to start saying that, right? We're YouTubers.
Oof.
All right. Take care, everyone.